Price and Gray. 5 seconds. Here we go.
AM 590 The Word, WEZE Boston.
He's playing. I can't hear him though.
Turn it up.
Well, turning it up. Yay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. There we go. I am your producer for today. And if things are a little bit late, it's not Kevin's fault. It is definitely my fault because I am running the show from the studio today. Welcome to the Amazing Grace Sports Network and Kevin down in Naples, Florida.
Morning, everybody. Clay, you're doing a very nice job filling in, I guess, for the role of producer/host today.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I think I got you in, so I can turn that down now and just leave that off. We got that pretty much set up. Kevin, what's going on?
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in the Sunshine State of Florida. But I miss being in our studio, but I'll be back next week.
You'll be back next week. But the
Everything good
weather
there, Clay? Squared away?
as much as I could have it squared away, I crammed from yesterday to today to get this in. I think we're on. I think people can hear us. If you can't hear us, or if it's coming a little bit scratchy, text either me or Kevin, or call the studio at 844-249-5247, 844-249-5247. That is our toll-free number to call in and, berate us or talk about sports. Berate us for, just being a little bit hodgepodge today, but we're enjoying ourselves. And I think it's time for prayer. So in between all of our preparation, we forgot to prepare for prayer, but that's something we can do impromptu, especially if we have a book. I can hear birds in the background there. That's a beautiful thing.
All sorts of God's creatures here this morning.
Including the bugs. All right,
Yes.
Prayers for Victory. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for prayers for victory in spiritual warfare and victory in marriage. When you get married, you need a lot of victory. Father, you know the lies the enemy has spoken over our marriage. I have sometimes listened to those lies and even believed them, but now I repent. God, I put your helmet of salvation on, your saving power. I listen to you and your word regarding my marriage. Satan, in the name of Jesus Christ. I think I said that wrong, but I'm not listening to Satan in the name of Jesus Christ. I will no longer listen to your accusations and lies about my marriage. What God has joined together, you cannot separate. In fact, what God has joined together, no one can separate, not even ourselves, when we live in the light of his truth. In Jesus' name, amen. Short and sweet. There we go. And we're ready. We're ready to move on here to this. Our favorite. Today in history. Today in history, Kevin. What do we got? You looking at anything there?
I will start off. Of course, we seem to continue the trend of asking tennis questions. So,
to start it off.
Why don't we start with the year 1887. U.S. National Championship men's tennis in Newport, Rhode Island, of course. This is a very similar question I think we asked last week.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it going. Those who were listening last week, I wanted to keep you in the loop. That way you'd have a reference point for this week.
Richard Sears, who was the answer to last week's question, wins the 7th straight U.S. singles title, beats Henry Slocum 6-1, 6-3, 6-2. Sears, with 7 total, is tied with 2 others for the most men's singles titles. Who are the others? Who are the other 2? And, as you see, looking at the screen, a photo of Richard Sears right there, dressed in the 9s, what they wore back in the day playing tennis. And, if you're...
You gotta love this guy's suit and his tie and his hat all match.
And if you are an avid 19th century tennis aficionado, well, perhaps you'll know this question. And if you do,
give it a shot.
Good for you.
Good for shot. Now we'll move on. I think I can get the next one. Let me take Mr. Sears off the screen there. He's easy to get on. He's hard to get off. All right. You know what I noticed? I am going to do the Today in History again because when we cut these into shorts, it's pretty pertinent. So let's do it. In history. All right. Today in history. In 1984, Red Sox Jim Rice grounds into a Major League Baseball record 33rd double play. Now, he made some more. He ended the season with 36, which is the most in a season in Major League Baseball history. My question is, or our question is, who holds the record for the most grounded into double plays in a career? And he's a well-known guy. Well-known guy.
Well-known guy that's hit a lot of home runs. So when he wasn't
Yeah.
hitting home runs, he was grounding out double plays, I guess.
He's grounding into double plays. It kind of takes away from the whole idea of who this guy is when he leads the whole of Major League in the history of Major Leagues in grounding into double plays.
Right.
So there we go.
All right, we'll stick with baseball. 3 years later, in 1987, the great Kirby Puckett went 6 for 6 with 2 home runs in the Minnesota Twins' 10-6 win over Milwaukee. The question, dozens of players have gone 6 for 6 in a 9-inning game, but only one player in the whole career of the MLB, as you see a picture of the great Kirby Puckett there, has gone 7 for 7 in a 9-inning game. Who is that gentleman? Give you a hint. It happened in 1979.
And I'll give you another hint. He's a Pittsburgh Pirate who the Red Sox are currently playing.
Yes, right, we'll talk about that series in a minute. But, we see guys that go now 5 for 5, 4 for 4, 4 for 5, But you rarely see, I don't think I haven't seen in a while, 6 for 6. And we certainly have never seen a player go 7 for 7. And, obviously, the MLB trying to cut down on the length of game times and the pace of play, which has been a major issue the MLB is facing. And it's fair to say, Clay, that, given how quick some of these games are lasting now, you may never see a player get the opportunity to have 7 at-bats in a game and then have 7 hits. So
7 for 7.
I think this record is safe for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And if you get the answer right, of course, you can get mugs, you can get posters, you can get T-shirts, you can get water bottles, whatever you want, including a brand new Rolls Royce miniature size. You can have that also. There we go.
Very good.
All right. You know what? Let's hit some commercials. 844-249-5247. 844-249-5247 is our number. We're going to hit a couple of commercials here, and then we're going to get down to the meat of the action. What we want to talk about this week as far as the Red Sox and as far as the Patriots go, because their first game, when is it? Next week, right?
Week from tomorrow. If you're listening to us on Sunday on WROL, a week from today, September the 7th, at home against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay. Hey, are you feeling a little achy or sore from the cold weather? Then take a visit to Dylan's Russian Steam Bath. At Dylan's Dry Sauna or Wet Steam Room, you can de-escalate, de-stress, and detox your body and mind. A hot place of massage or a variety of oil massages are available. You will enjoy the relaxed atmosphere that features a nutritious snack bar, large screen television, and comfortable lounge chairs to cool off in during your visit. They have 2 convenient locations, one in Chelsea and the other in Quincy. Find them online at Dylan's Russian Steam Bath or call 617-549-3484 for more information. To enjoy your best health, visit Dylan's Russian Steam Bath, where heat, steam, and water have a therapeutic effect. Do you want to live a happier, healthier lifestyle? Do you want to get rid of back, hip, and neck pains? Then look no further than Karma Don Yoga. Karma is an accomplished and experienced yoga instructor who specializes in total body restorative yoga. So whether you are young or old, short or tall, in shape or out of shape, Karma is your best choice. Check out her classes and times at karmadonyoga.com. That's karmadonyoga.com. Your body and mind deserve good karma. All right, we're back. Let's take karma off the screen there. Nice picture of her. What we got, Kevin?
Do we want to
you
say
hear me?
hello to the early American, or do we want to save that?
We'll save that.
All right. Very good.
I can only handle so much at a time right here.
Still see that Karma Don Yoga on my screen, though.
Broadcasting excellence from WEZE in the Amazing Race Sports Network.
Thanks to all our great sponsors here that keep us on the air each and every weekend on the show. And again, give us a call, 844-249-5247, as we begin our discussions. The Red Sox coming home after sweeping the Baltimore Orioles in a 4-game set down in Baltimore. Last week, of course, taking a back-to-back 4-game series, actually, for the Red Sox. They were able to take 3 out of 4 from the Yankees last weekend, and 4 games in Baltimore, sweeping them as well. So an 8-game road trip and a success. 7-1 the Red Sox went in that trip, so we will take it. Red Sox home this weekend against the Pittsburgh Pirates, the lowly Pittsburgh Pirates, who sit in the bottom of the National League Central right now. We had a good pitching matchup last night. The great Paul Skeens on the mound in his first start at Fenway Park. We'd love to see Paul Skeens start more games at Fenway Park, perhaps.
Yes. For a long time.
And going up against, well, the big storyline with the Red Sox this week. There were a few, but this one was a big one, and it came very quickly. Red Sox calling up their number 2 overall prospect, Peyton Toll, number 2 overall pitching prospect the Red Sox had down there in their farm system, a great left-hander who they have put a lot of stock in. Played at TCU, 22 years old, and making an immediate impact last night with the Red Sox. Unfortunately, the Red Sox squandered the game due to some poor pitching out of the bullpen from Greg Weissert in particular, but we'll get to that in a minute. But 5.5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, really in control of the game for the first 4 innings or so, and was taken out after letting up 2 singles to begin the 5th inning, and Alex Cora had decided to take him out after that. So that being said,
he was cruising. You know, you and him look a lot alike. You got that Tom Selleck look.
I appreciate that. It's always nice to be compared to Tom Selleck. But
Magnum PI.
Exactly right. But obviously, Peyton Toll, who received a standing ovation coming off the mound last night, called it one of the greatest experience of his life, certainly having a lot of chills. It was incredible. Came off the mound after the first and couldn't feel my feet. So pretty cool for Mr. Toll. And by the way, Clay, we talked about this off air, but I want to get into this a little bit. This is incredible. It just goes to show how Craig Breslow, is buying into this win now mode, not from buying and acquiring veteran pitchers, veteran hitters, as Dave Dombrowski did, and I still believe
what we're used to.
That works. But that being said, it's a different method the Red Sox using, and they are buying into this win now mode with young talent that is ready to contribute and compete. And
where did this guy start?
Less than 5 months, Clay, from his debut on Friday. Started off with the Greenville Drive for the Single A South Atlantic League, and then went to Portland, went to Worcester, lights out in both those leagues, and then finally, when the Red Sox clearly needed another arm, he was the guy called upon. And listen, folks can say, well, it was against Pittsburgh Pirates. It really wasn't a true lineup. And, that being said, there's some veteran talent in that lineup. It's not – listen, you got – despite the fact that the Pirates sit at the bottom of the NL Central, these players are still in the Major League Baseball league, okay? And, the Major League Baseball is not for everybody, okay? And no matter the record, no matter, how people are playing, it's not easy to be in the MLB. So that being said, I don't care if it was against the Pirates or against, the Dodgers. It was a great start nonetheless for a young kid.
To tell you, this lineup: McCutchen,
Yeah,
Martinez,
it's
Figueroa, Gonzalez.
a lot of washed up guys. I shouldn't say washed up, but a lot of guys that have sort of been around for a while that have
No,
contributed. Yeah, no, I shouldn't say washed up. But that being
right.
said,
I mean, that's a little
a
bit.
strong outing. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
And he made his
but
way to the sixth
yeah,
inning too, Clay. Peyton told.
yeah, he played into the sixth. He was pumping up to 99 miles an hour. This kid, inside, outside,
Right.
dropping the slider in there. He looked good. Especially this was his first. This was his first game as a major leaguer, and he was
Correct.
this kid. He was throwing. He was throwing good. He was throwing hard. Big kid. Big kid. Was he about 250? About 6'4", 250, and yeah, he brings it.
He certainly does. He certainly does. And I would expect him to get at least another start for the Red Sox, who need the rotation help, Clay. There's no question about it. And so we'll see where it goes. We've talked about this before, but really you have three strong guys: Crochet, Bayo, and Giolito. And then I guess you've got Dustin May as
Bring
the
enough
fourth
play.
guy. You know,
And find the left. Brings him. Our first call is going to bring. Which one is this on this board here? That's the microphone host. Kevin, which one is it? How about that?
phone.
Can you
Clay,
hear us,
gotta turn up
caller?
the phone.
Oh, I'm going to find that, guys.
Gotta
Just
hit
keep
the number one.
talking. I'll have it. Bada boom. Oh, now I see what you're talking about. How about that? Hold on, caller. I'm going to get you on eventually. How about that? Hello? Can you hear us? Can we hear anybody? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is my first time. I feel like Peyton Toll, except he did a lot better than I did at this. Can we hear anything yet?
Clay, is the
You
number
guys?
one on the phone open?
Yeah.
No, look on the phone. On the phone.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, now he's on air. How about that? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you. It's a lot better. Hey, guys,
That's
talked
Fred
about,
John.
What's going on?
Go ahead, John.
we got a bad connection. Hopefully it gets better. Have you guys talked about their September schedule, the Red Sox?
No. How is it?
I mean, it looks pretty easy. 3 versus Cleveland, 6 versus the Athletics. I mean, the baseball gods might be looking down on them on that one. 6 versus the Sacramento A's.
Well, they travel to Sacramento, and then they welcome the Athletics here to Fenway. 4 against Toronto, 3 against Toronto. Excuse me. Another 3 against the Yankees at home at Fenway Park. They go to Tampa one more time, and then they travel to Arizona, and they finish off the year against the Detroit Tigers. So I think that 6 against the Athletics will be a godsend, really. But John, they got to take 2 more of these games against Pittsburgh. They can't afford to lose this series against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Exactly.
Right.
Do you think the Yankees are going to come in a little bit upset next weekend?
Well, the Yankees have jumped in front of the Red Sox right now. I think that really set them off. I think that loss really picked them up and made them and go. So these guys are playing with fire now. They're on fire. They're taking advantage of the situation. They pulled up a game in front of the Red Sox, a half game in front, and they're only 3 games in back.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember a playoff pennant chase in September around here. I mean, I think you had to go back to 2018.
It's happening,
Well,
baby.
it's been a while. Well, not. I mean, in 2018, John, it was the Red Sox obviously won the division and were the team that everybody basically knew was going to go to the World Series. So that would probably be the last. I mean, 2021. Remember, they went to the ALCS and they were one game away from going to the World Series.
Against Houston, that's right. I think there was a pennant race that year.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
John, what do you make of the Toll kid coming up?
I didn't see much of his whole start, but I think I guess what did he strike out? Two of the first three guys he faced.
Right.
8 strikeouts overall. He looked good.
Sounds like he has ice. Sounds like he might have ice water in his veins.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we talked about this, John. The fact that the Red Sox need some rotation help. There's no question about it. After Crochet, Bayo, and Giolito, Dustin May right now is the penciled-in guy at the fourth starter, but I don't think he'll be able to contribute much in the playoffs.
Just May. No, please, no.
I think if I was Cora, I just want to shut down Walker Buehler for the year, and then if we make the playoffs, it's a godsend. And I mean, I think he definitely has postseason experience. He won the last game for the Dodgers last year in the World Series. 7-7 is 7-7, but people got to realize, I think he's a year back after second Tommy John surgery.
Right.
Yeah, and there's no question about it, John. But, I mean, can the Red Sox really afford to have kept him when it was taking the roster spot of somebody who was healthy, young, fresh, ready to go? I mean, listen, there was no greater, at least on this program, there was no greater fan of the move to bring Walker Buehler in than me. I mean, I was very excited about the prospect of him, even though he did struggle last year with the Dodgers coming back from Tommy John surgery. He's had postseason success, and prior to his injury, he was a lights-out pitcher for the Dodgers. I mean, this was a young kid that was supposed to be the next great pitcher for them, and it just goes to show what injuries can do.
Right.
What do you mean by shut him down? What do you mean by shut him down? Could they put him on IR or some sort of? Could they have stashed him away without losing a roster spot?
Yes, I think they could have stashed him away. Hit him on that. They could have thrown him a 60-day injured list if they wanted to. Okay. 45-day, 20-day.
Yeah. So they did have that up.
That being said, he did have an ERA in the 5.45, and that I think was a contributing factor into where things are. And even they tried him in the bullpen. He came out of relief and let up a couple of runs.
Yeah, gave up runs.
You can only.
I just like the experience he would have had with these young kids. The Richard Fitz, the kid last night. I just like the experience he's had. He's been to the postseason before. Garrett Crochet has never been to the postseason before. Wow. October, I think you guys would agree. October baseball is different than April baseball.
Big time.
Fair point. Listen, I mean, John, none of them have been. Crochet has not been. Bayo has not been. And Lucas Giolito has, unless he was on the White Sox team.
No. Giolito was with Washington and the White Sox. Those teams haven't been to the playoffs in 5-6 years.
Yeah, well, Washington made the playoffs with Tony La Russa when Tony La Russa came back a couple of years ago. But I don't know. I have to look back and see if Giolito was on the team. That being said, he didn't do much. The White Sox never went far. But that being said, you're right in the fact that postseason experience does matter. And you look at all the guys on the team currently, pitchers and hitters. You got to roll this Chapman, obviously, that has the experience and has pitched in World Series games before. A major plus. The only other guy, or the two guys, it's Bregman and Nathaniel Lowe, who won a World Series with the Texas Rangers 2 years ago. But other than that, these guys have had no experience playing in October. And, it's a fair point to be had, John. But unfortunately, I just think the Red Sox looked at it as a decision had to be made, and a decision had to be made. Craig Breslow saying it was not an easy decision to make to release Walker Buehler. And as I said, I expect a team to pick him up. And will it be a playoff team? Well, we'll see. The Red Sox is going to be eating that contract, $21 million, and that's not a chunk of change. So, listen, this was going to be a high-risk, high-reward thing, and it didn't work.
Yeah, they got money left over from the Devers situation. But, John, call back because, John, I disconnected you right in the middle of that. But we have another caller on the air because I was trying to maneuver the board, Kevin. And, who do we have on now?
I'm going to hear from that.
Hello.
Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Clay. Wayne. How are you,
Good
both?
morning, Wayne.
So little time, so many stories. Do you have a guest on the 7-for-7 baseball question?
No, we don't. Who you got?
Rennie Stennett.
You're right, Rennie Stennett. And you know
That's
something?
correct.
We have Rennie Stennett right there on the internet screen, right there. Pittsburgh Pirates.
And I'll take the Rolls Royce.
You get it's a Matchbox Rolls Royce, but it's a sparkling blue
it's all
with
good.
a red interior.
It's all good. But so everything is jumping up in the sporting world right now. You have players being bad in the U.S. Open. Now, was it just Rafi Davies was the problem with this Red Sox team? I mean, these guys are playing on a different level right now.
They are. I think Rafi Devers, the attitude, and I think the influx of the newer guys, Anthony, you got Narvaez, you got Gonzalez, you got these new guys that are on the team, and with Devers gone, now they can assert themselves, and it becomes their team. So they're playing as a cohesive unit, something that was not happening when Devers was here.
Well, the problem was, again, we'll go back to this point about this selfish mentality. I don't want to play this. I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that.
No.
You don't want to do that? Fine. We'll trade you. No matter how good you are, no matter how many home runs you've hit or how many, RBIs you have, how many hits, if you're not going to be a team player, then go. Get out. And then for him to go to San Francisco, I'm sure other people and other players have been in his ear and basically said, listen, kid, you're not going to get many more shots at this, no matter how good you think you are. If you continue to sit there and be selfish and saying, no, I'm not playing this, no, I'm not playing that, you're a Major League Baseball player. The expectation is that you'll be ready to go at any point, wherever that may be. Now, could the situation have been handled a little bit better with Cora and Breslow? I think so. But that being said, what's done is done, and the Red Sox have been playing much better. Wayne, I saw a statistic the other day, and we always like to throw facts at people, and this was quite something. This was a couple of days ago. Obviously, the records have fluctuated since then, this time.
It's gotten better.
Records of all the Major League Baseball teams since the Rafael Devers trade, the Giants sit at the bottom of that, and this was at 22-37. That was this past week, so that has fluctuated a little bit. But that being said, the Giants have, when they acquired Rafael Devers, hoping that he would help them push forward in a tough division in the National League West when you have the Dodgers and the Padres right there, and in a National League wildcard race right now that really only consists of 3 or 4 teams. And if the Giants had played better baseball, they probably would find themselves in the wild card. But right now, they're 67-68. They actually have, I will say, that record has fluctuated. They have won 6 games in a row. We'll give them that. But that being said, up until that point, Rafael Devers has not contributed to the San Francisco Giants the way that I thought their organization thought he would.
He's not going to.
That's crazy.
Wayne, I can't.
But anyway, Kevin, we have college football later on today. BC Fordham, and I like to see us go 11-1, 10-2 in this early season.
Come on.
Well, you're the one that said it. You believe that they're going to finally break the 6-6, 7-5 record that they've been so accustomed to in the past couple of years. And I'd like to see them get to a bigger bowl than maybe the Motor City Bowl or whatever it is in Detroit on the day after Christmas, or the some of these bowls that are in places that I've never heard of.
Or New Year's, or after New Year's. Yeah, that'd be great.
So it starts today.
Tell me something. What's the mood around BC? I mean, you have kids that go there. What is the mood surrounding the football team?
It's a new season. This new quarterback from Alabama, he's reunited here with Billy O'Brien, and also the new quarterback. His father played at Penn State back in the day, and Billy O'Brien also coached at Penn State. So, and the kid is a natural talent. He is cool, calm, and collected. I think our chances are good to go 11-1, 10-2 this season.
I tell you, that's optimism.
That's optimism. That's for sure. It all starts today at the Heights against Fordham, the Rams of Fordham coming in from the Bronx.
Go
And
BC.
I would expect.
Yes, sir. Let's fly Eagles.
I would expect the
Okay,
ACC to trump the Patriot League in this one today.
one last question.
Just
If we can't
yes,
get
sir.
that Rolls Royce for you, Wayne, what's your second choice?
You surprised me, Clay.
I'll send
Anything
it.
from you guys is a blessing. Thank you. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you. Thank you
You
for
too,
calling.
Wayne.
Bye.
And by the way, BC favored Clay in this game this afternoon, 2:00, by 35.5 points, mind you, against Fordham to start the year.
Fordham. Is it Fordham?
Fordham, yep, the Fordham Rams. But some just on the college football subject for a minute here. We'll touch on it briefly. Some really good opening games. You have that 12:00 this afternoon. Number 1 Texas against number 3 Ohio State. Of course, Texas now with the next Manning legacy, Archie Manning there as quarterback. Cooper Manning's son with the number 1 team in the nation, the Texas Longhorns, and trying to add to the Manning dynasty, I guess. And
Why not?
Starts at Texas. We've got some other.
Where's Tom Brady's son? Has he entered into college yet?
Not yet.
Little rivalry there.
Number 9 LSU against number 4 Clemson tonight at 7:30. We've got a great game tomorrow night as well. Number 6 Notre Dame traveling down to number 10 Miami. Of course, they call it the Catholics versus the convicts back in the 1980s.
Stop it. They were convicts.
And then a game that I think a lot of people around here are circling on Labor Day on Monday night, 8:00. The TCU. The Horned Frogs travel to the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Bill Belichick in his first game
Oh
as a
my!
college football head coach, prime time, 8:00, ESPN on Monday night. We'll be looking forward to that as college football officially kicks off this weekend. We saw Dion last night on TV, Colorado, on national television last night. Did they end up winning that game? They lost. They lost to Georgia Tech last night.
Course.
It'd be a tough reality without his son and without Travis
Gone.
Hunter there.
Gone. He might not last a year.
Yeah, that's for sure. But anyway, just back to baseball quickly here. And again, the number 844-249-5247. Red Sox have a 3-game set with the Pittsburgh Pirates this weekend at Fenway, dropping the first game last night on Friday night, despite a strong pitch performance from the young left-hander Peyton Toll, losing that game 4-2. 4:10 this afternoon on Saturday afternoon. Dustin May on the mound, hoping to bounce back from a really rotten start Sunday Night Baseball last week against the Yankees. And then the road match of the series Sunday afternoon, 1:35. Lucas Giolito on the mound. Red Sox staying home. After that, they welcome the Cleveland Guardians and their 67-66 record to town, starting up on Monday as we officially, Clay, enter the month of September. If we can believe it, the Red Sox right now, 14 games over 500, 75-61, a half game behind the Yankees for the first wild card, 2.5 up on the Seattle Mariners. And by the way, the wild card race, we talk about that, but the division race is not over as of yet. The Toronto Blue Jays losing last night to the Milwaukee Brewers, 7-2. Play the Yankees 3 back of Toronto, Red Sox 3.5. This division, as we sit here now on August 30th, is no way over.
Yes, tightened up. Yes, tightened up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's go into a commercial here. Give me a break so I can figure out what I'm doing back here again.
You're doing a fine job, Clay. Just a fine job.
Thank you, Kevin. I need the encouragement.
Where do you go for the best breakfast and the best lunch in the South Metro Boston Quincy area? You go to the Early American Diner located at 1054 Hancock Street in Quincy. From their strawberry shortcake French toast to their famous corned beef hash for breakfast to the lunch menu, which includes a variety of burgers and specialty sandwiches such as the Waldorf turkey, made with roasted turkey, apple slices, and walnuts. So, whether you want to dine in their cozy restaurant, take out, or have it delivered, the Early American Diner in historic Quincy, Massachusetts, is your go-to eatery to enjoy great food at great prices at your convenience.
Thank you very much, our great friends of the Early American. Clay, anything else on the Red Sox before we move to the NFL? Microphone is off there, my friend.
How's that?
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I think I'm all done with the Red Sox right now. I'm just waiting for Cora to further screw the team somehow. I just wish he would just let these guys play their position so that they can concentrate on their hitting. Stop moving them around. Get them in one position and let them stay there. And then their hitting will follow. I think he's part of the problem, the reason why their hitting is so low. But we got one more commercial to do. We got Oyama Investments to get out and get that done before we move the football. And then we can concentrate fully on the Patriots.
Yes, indeed. Well, we want to say hello to our friends at Oyama Investments, a great sponsor of ours, along with our 3 other great friends here. And Oyama Investments, if you're looking for a smart investment and searching for a place to call your home, we will want to welcome you to Oyama Investments, where your dreams, well, they do find a foundation. At Oyama Investments, they're more than just your real estate friend. They're your trusted partner, helping you build a secure future, whether you're investing in a property that will grow with you or purchasing a dream home. They make the process easy, transparent, and also rewarding. And well, Oyama Investments specializes in finding properties that align perfectly with your goals. Imagine yourself owning a piece of the future, whether it be a luxury apartment, a commercial space, or a family home in the perfect neighborhood. And well, if you're new to the real estate investment world, don't worry. They're here every step of the way, helping you make informed choices with confidence. With real estate prices rising, there's never been a better time to invest. Ready to see your dreams come to life? Visit their website, www.oyamainvestments.com. Give them a ring, 617-221-8881 today, where your vision becomes reality. That's our good friends at Oyama Investments.
Go.
Thank you. Nice little musical interlude there, too.
How can we stop that? Okay, we can stop that here. We have another caller before we begin, and I'm putting you on, caller. Sight unseen. And I have not talked to you, so I have no idea. So hit us with what you got.
Boom, Kelly from Lynn.
Checking in. Good morning, Kelly.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Before I begin, something that stopped me dead in my tracks? I heard as I was listening. Did I hear a strawberry shortcake French toast?
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, I am there. Right there. I'm going to try and come back with a review.
Oh. Please
get over to the Early American, a great breakfast spot, no doubt.
And lunch.
Oh man, the mouth is watering already.
French toast. Wait a minute. I like the Waldorf turkey with apple slices and walnuts.
Ooh. Man. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go twice.
Unbelievable, 3 times.
But
4 times.
I'd like to touch on some football if I could.
Okay, let's.
Please, a good segue, Kelly.
Yep.
What do you got?
What do you got?
Yeah, got a bad connection. You chopped up a bit. I like football, college football. Like with Archie, man, am I missing something there? He's like favorite for the Heisman.
Well, yes. Don't you know he has the Manning name? He's got that name, Manning behind the Archie.
Got to be right in that.
And that automatically elevates you.
Yeah. Well, he's probably going to that Manning football camp since he could walk, so it's paying off.
Yeah.
But big game today. I can't wait. For this one because I'm waiting right now. I'm tailgating in my living room for that one. So that's a good one.
It's going to be a great game, Kelly. Obviously, Texas opening up the year at number 1, Ohio State at number 3, and we'll see if young.
Is this the first time? This is the first time defending champs is underdogs at home. I heard too.
Wow.
Yep. Exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah.
State,
champs. It's gonna be a good one right out the gate.
And listen, I'm not a big Ohio State guy, but I think it was for all the criticism Ryan Day got last year. It couldn't beat Michigan, especially when Jim Harbaugh was there. Couldn't do this, couldn't do that. To come back and to win a national championship, I think says a lot. But it's going to be interesting to see how young Arch Manning lives up to the hype, because there's going to be a lot of hype surrounding him, especially if it doesn't pan out for him.
Yeah.
You guys, you got to have faith in the Manning name, and I do. I know he's going to show out.
And right quick, there's always something that happens in the NFL that throws the whole universe off. The imbalance. The Micah Parsons trip to Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's not happening to us, though. So it's a good drama. It's good to watch.
Wait a minute.
Well, I tell you what. If it was Bill Belichick, it would happen. That's for sure.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but I'm going back. That kind of reminds me of, aside from the Tom Brady, this player, he was not to the level of Michael Parsons, because Michael Parsons is a beast, but it kind of gave me like when Richard Seymour was shipped to the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the feel I'm kind of getting, because it's good stud defensive player to head there. And I kind of know what Dallas is going to. Like I said, not to the level of losing like a Parsons.
Wait a minute. Richard Seymour had how many Super Bowls? I think he went to 3 or 4. Michael Parsons hasn't even got out of the division. What are we talking about?
I'm just talking about the individual talent and what he can bring to your team.
I mean, he's still unproven what he can bring.
Yeah, Richard Seymour was a big loss.
You think so?
But, who the Patriots opening up with? Is it Miami or
Vegas?
Is it New York?
The Raiders, Las Vegas.
Oh, the Raiders, yeah. Just talking. And they do have Miami early in the season. And this is the thing that puzzles me with the scheduling. Why do we play Miami early in the season when it's 1,000,000 degrees?
I know, in Miami.
And then vice versa. And they, are they just trying to throw these games? That's the big advantage. That becomes the climate.
It should have been Miami here. It should have been Miami here, and then in December, November, December, it should have been then go to Miami and play there. But
exactly, it makes for a more competitive game.
Right.
But I can't wait. Best time of the season. Oh, I love it. I can't wait.
So I got to ask you a question. Do you think that this trade that Dallas made with Green Bay makes Green Bay a Super Bowl contender?
No,
that's my point.
I don't know too much about their defense. It helps them, makes them interesting. I bet you need that quarterback in Jordan Love.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Jordan Love needs more ties. Very talented, but maybe it's just a mental thing with him getting it going. But
obviously, Green Bay gave up a lot to get Micah Parsons.
Right.
A couple of first-round draft picks, right?
2026 first-round pick, 2027 first-round pick. They traded Kenny Clark as well. They're a defensive tackle, and obviously signing Micah Parsons to a 4-year extension worth $188 million, which makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So obviously the Packers are going all in.
Yeah, I think Jerry Jones made out in this deal more than the Packers, because I don't see this vaulting the Packers to the Super Bowl. And this is Super Bowl or bust when you do this.
Yeah, I was listening this week, and the Green Bay environment, they're not too happy with it because I think they got the short end of it. I mean, they got a good player, but in the long run, it might end up costing them.
It's going to cost them big time. I don't know. You always see these things happen where an agent gets in the middle and he wants to maneuver. Anthony Davis with Clutch Sports, when he went to the Lakers, this agent is also the agent of Jordan Love, and he was trying to get him over to the Packers.
Oh,
yeah. So there's a lot of intrigue in this. Yes.
Wow.
More than meets the eye. So they brokered the deal. They wanted him to go to the Packers. He ended up going to the Packers. So this guy gets X amount of money for brokering the deal, and who else knows who knows what he gets? But that's what behind the scenes what was going on. It was an agent fighting with Jerry Jones, the owner.
Well, I kind of wonder what that agent's reputation is going to be.
Who do you think won that trade?
Well, just looking at it, Clay. I mean, if you're looking at it in terms of a win now, I think the Packers certainly did. I mean, you got to wonder what Jerry Jones has up his sleeve, because the way Dallas has played the past couple of years, a lot of people have expected them to get a little bit further than they have, and they haven't been able to do that. And you have a guy like Micah Parsons who has been able to, obviously be one of the great defensive players. And, you've had your issues on offense, injuries and inconsistencies with Dak Prescott, this and that. So, obviously they're getting a good return, 2 first-round picks in 26 and 27. But that being said, what's in the water in Dallas? I mean, you're trading Luka Doncic, you're trading Micah Parsons. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing to me some of these blockbuster moves that are coming out here. But obviously, Jerry Jones not losing any sleep. It's easy when you're the owner, and also easy when you're the general manager because if it were the Patriots, if Belichick wanted to make the move, well, he had to go to Kraft first. This time it's different. Jerry Jones just goes through one man only, and that's Jerry Jones. He doesn't have to go to anybody else to make these decisions.
Kelly, do you think Belichick ever asked Kraft what he was going to do, or did he just do it?
He just did it.
He just did it. I think Belichick had to run. I think he might say to Kraft, but he was going to do it anyway.
And I hate to sound mean, but Jerry Jones is doing a lot of planning for the future for the 82-year-old general manager. Hate to be mean, but I got to be real.
Yeah, well, Jerry's he's an icon.
But right quick before I get off here, Wayne's challenging me for the old trivia title.
Yes, he is. So wait a minute. So do you have anything for the guy who has grounded into the most double plays in the history of Major League Football?
I don't have that one.
Baseball?
I don't have that one.
You don't have that one. How about the two guys that are tied with Richard Sears for 7 U.S. Open championships?
No, but I like you posted my striped blazer that I'm looking to trying to find in my size.
Love it.
I don't have that one either. Wayne's got me this week.
Yeah, easy.
But gentlemen, thank you for letting me be the part of the fastest hour on the weekend.
Oh gosh, you're right.
Oh, you're always welcome, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly. And, I'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you next week.
Bye. Bye.
Well, that was the big news, Clay, this week out of the NFL with the acquisition the Packers had of Micah Parsons. And it seemed as though it was almost inevitable. We talked about this for a while now. He was going to hold out. He wasn't going to play. And yet here we are now with this decision. Although in interesting news as well, we talked about the two guys that have held out all preseason and through training camp, Micah Parsons and one Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin not being traded, coming back and signing an extension with the Washington Commanders, and we'll be on the field and ready to go for the Commanders. And to the Commanders, that's a welcome sign for them, no doubt about it.
I think these owners are too nice. They're too nice because these guys are under contract to them. And what they should do is find these guys each and every day until they come crawling back on their knees, begging for their jobs back. They don't even find these guys anymore. They try to accommodate them any which way they can. These guys haven't won anything. They haven't done anything. They don't have a name. I mean, I can even understand McLaurin more than Parsons because McLaurin needs a new contract. He's 30 years old. He outplayed the one he had.
Right.
Parsons, come on. This guy's been baby since he was in the league. These owners have to get tougher with these guys. Start finding these guys. They have the leverage. They don't need to pay him anything. These guys will just not play the rest of the season, end up owing the owner money because they didn't play. I would take that tack instead of rolling over for these haven't done anything for in the future.
Well, it remains to be seen. Obviously, the odds makers have shot up the Green Bay Packers up the totem pole, per se, for Super Bowl odds with the acquisition of him. And we'll see. Listen, the NFC North is a tough division. We expect Detroit to obviously continue what they've been doing. We'll see how Minnesota does this year with J.J. McCarthy, but we expect them to probably have a good team. And I expect, Clay, the Bears to be a little bit better than they were last year with new head coach Ben Johnson. I think he adds a certain element to help Caleb Williams, an offensive-minded head coach that I think the Bears need. So I think this division is a tricky one. It's a difficult one, but, we'll see what happens.
But not only the division, the whole NFC. Yeah, San Francisco.
You have wouldn't put San Francisco in that category at all.
San Francisco's going to have a good team. Washington Commanders.
Yeah, you have Washington. You have Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Oh, definitely.
So we'll see.
Okay, Patriots. We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go. Patriots.
Patriots.
Mike Vrabel has made the decision to obviously get his roster, and the decision that's been mandated to get his roster down to 53 guys. And Clay, a surprising move yesterday with a guy that had made the initial 53 roster. The Patriots, some calling it a stunning move, have released
Say
Jabril
goodbye.
Peppers, who was no longer a New England Patriot. And Kyle Duggar still on the roster, and looks like he'll be here to at least start the year. But Mike Vrabel, obviously, moving on from some of these Belichick, Mayo contracts, players that maybe fit in their system and don't fit in the Vrabel system, and moving on from Jabril Peppers, who was a captain on the team last year, mind you, too.
That being said, why is Ramondre Stevenson still on the team?
That was never, you were the only one. You were the only one that ever said that. Nobody else. You couldn't find one person that predicted these rosters. Ramondre Stevenson, nowhere to be cut.
I'm a trendsetter. I'm a guy who's out in front. I'm the guy. I'm a blazer.
Okay.
I'm a blazer.
Maybe you're a year or two early, okay, and maybe the situation next year where Travion Henderson takes over completely this year, and
now
that Ramondre is not going to fit the mold. But there was no way they were going to cut him. Absolutely no way.
Darn.
But I admire your thinking on that. I'm sure Ramondre Stevenson doesn't think that, but But anyway, that being said, Jabril Peppers no longer on the team. The Patriots also releasing Kendrick Bourne, another guy that made the initial 53 roster, but deciding he requested a release. Obviously, realized he probably, even though he made the 53 roster, was not going to play as much, and so he's requesting a release. And Cole Strange, obviously, who the Patriots drafted with the first round pick. Went 29th overall in 2022, and won't be back for year 4 under with the New England Patriots, a new year under Mike Vrabel. But after Chisholm making the team, happy to see that. And
I'm drafting him in my fantasy football. I'm drafting him. I'm going to get him early.
Well, I don't know how much of an impact he'll make early on, but he may be a good late round guy for you.
There you go.
But obviously, Clay, listen, this is a team that is a new look New England Patriots team. You know, you obviously have a lot of guys that were on the team last year, but this is a team that has some more weapons surrounding Drake May. I look at Travion Henderson as one that is going to make an immediate impact. If Stephon Diggs can remain healthy and sort of bring back to form what he was able to do with the Minnesota Vikings, in his career, I think that's going to be a tremendous addition that the Patriots have. So I'm excited. Obviously, the Josh McDaniels, bringing him back as the offensive coordinator. Let's go. I'm ready to go here.
Let's go. I think Josh McDaniels is a key piece because there is a guy who was born. He was born to be an offensive coordinator, not a head coach. Right. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, because in order for a team to win, to go to the Super Bowl and win, you need a great offensive coordinator, and that is Josh McDaniels. Am I predicting Super Bowl for these New England Patriots? Am I predicting a Super Bowl run? Am I predicting an AFC championship battle? No, I'm not. But I am optimistic that if things start going right for this team and they hit a roll and they can avoid major injuries, that they could be in the playoffs this year. I'm going to make that statement right now that I think they can be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I would agree. I would think, given how the schedule lines up and the talent they have acquired, I think at best they're a wild card team. I think I'm looking at about a 9-10 win season for them. Again, I don't think they are prepared to overthrow the Bills in the AFCs, but I think they're better than the Jets, and I think they're better than the Dolphins. And I think if things go well this year, I could see them as a wild card team. There's no question about it. So we're looking forward to it. Football is finally back. And I think for the Patriots and for Patriots fans, it's been a long off season.
It all depends on Drake May. Drake May. Watch this. Watch what I'm going to do here, Drake. Pick up the phone and call Tom Brady. Pick up the phone.
Clay, I don't think he can. I don't think Tom Brady's a minority owner of the Raiders. I think there are rules surrounding him talking to players. I don't think that would be.
What? Vrabel's got his number. McDaniels has his number. I mean, call him. Just call him.
Just rules surrounding that. Listen, since you're in studio, I'll give the last 20 seconds to you. And have a good weekend, everybody. Have a happy Labor Day. And I'll be back in studio with this guy next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Yeah, he's enjoying sunny Naples, Florida down there. But it's going to be a great day here. And it's always a great day. Make the best of it, ladies and gentlemen. Say your prayers and say thank you to all the people that you love and you cherish. Tell them thank you. Tell them that you are happy that they're in your life. Let them know that without them, you would not be complete. With that, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna hit
the hope of the gospel, biblical teaching, and encouragement right into our cars and homes. But now some automakers want to eliminate AM radio from new vehicles. Let's stand together and protect this ministry lifeline. Text AM to 39179. Tell Congress you support the AM radio for every vehicle. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text stop to stop.
This is Pastor Manny Daphnis of Restoration Community Church. I want to personally invite you to join us at 7:30 every Sunday morning here on 590 The Word for Restorative Waters. Our Sunday worship services are held at 12 noon at 871 South Franklin Street in Holbrook, Massachusetts. And for more information, please visit us at myrestoration.org. See you